And just think, before this stream, there was such a promising horizon on this run.
Yeah. And then it all came crashing down because I exist.
But you gotta be very zen about it. You've gotta see the burning wreckage around you and just be like, this is fine.
Yeah, well, like I say, normally I would, but this is the kind of thing that happens to me a lot in so many aspects of my life. Like, I can almost guarantee that a lot of people... a lot of people will probably hear the way I talk about certain things that go on and think, things can't possibly go as wrong as you were making out. You're overreacting about stuff. It can't be literally everything. No, literally everything I do fails somehow. Or something will go wrong, so... So Nut Pandler again. Luckily we weren't that far in before it decided to just shit the bed, so...
Yep.
Oh boy, is this one gonna be fun to edit. World's shortest Pokemon run through. We almost got destroyed by about 5 Rattatas. Didn't even get to catch anything.
See, that's the issue. But that wasn't a failed run because the Nuzlocke hadn't started yet.
No.
It doesn't start till you get the Pokeball.
Now, if this fails again, I'm just going to think, screw it, and we're going to edit videos, and that's going to be the rest of the stream. Like, I'm not even joking, I'm just going to stick some music on and start editing, because it's just kind of ridiculous now. Luckily, I'm only planning on going another hour. But,
Good night, Pontiff.
Yep, have a good one, Pontiff. Thanks for sticking around for the shit. I'm sorry it stank so bad.
Oh, this is giving me all kinds of anxiety. All kinds of anxiety for when I attempt this next time.
It's giving me conniptions.
Pokemon, how do they work?
They don't! Much like the professors in this game.
Back before we had Pokeballs, we used to just pick up the whole Pokemon and put it in our pocket.
And then we decided that choke chains were a better idea.
And then that went out of fashion, and now we have balls, which are red and white. Very distinct, very marketable. Very convenient.
Fuck you, Elm, and everything you stand for. I'm not bitter at all. So what do we want to call this one then?
Well, it can't be Make Brush. It was a Make Brush. It came with a terrible curse.
I know.
You could call it Brush Make.
Yeah. I was gonna try brushing. Never mind.
Or we could just tweak it and be MC Brush.
Screw you, character limit.
Brushington, sure.
Yes, now let me do the thing.
If your Pokemon dies,
if your game dies... Leave me alone! I've done this 3 times now in the space of 3 weeks. No! Why won't you let me play?
Because you need to have the rules explained to you.
Okay, meltdown averted. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun editing these though. The good news is I get to learn things by doing.
I just want you to go and edit it and just somehow end up in a tutorial.
What?
You go into it like the Microsoft Paperclip or whatever, the Mac equivalent of it pops up and it's I see you're trying to do this. Did you know that by doing this you can do this? In editing we call that this.
In editing, we call this a timeline.
Welcome to the world of timelines.
Yeah. I tire of tutorials so quickly. No word of a lie, I probably would have never have done a Skyrim roleplay had it not been for the alternate start mod.
I admit that the whole roleplay thing seems super fun. I've been enjoying watching that.
Yeah, I have been as well. Like there have been especially last episode, there have been a few things where I just flat out didn't plan and they just kind of happened. But they've opened up so many more ideas for me. The thing is, I have to do a fair bit of work to realize those. To realize those ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not opposed to, because I like. I've discovered that I like editing.
It's surprisingly zen, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it might be just because of the novelty of it for me at the moment, but
the RNGesus is with us. It's feeding us for low-level Hootoots, so that we can
for
grow
now,
stronger, more powerful.
Yeah, this stream has been a total failure, to be fair.
But the thing about failures is that as long as they are dramatic, they're still enticing.
True. But everyone left.
Did they leave after the death, or did they leave before the death?
A little from column A and a little from column B.
Perhaps they're just disappointed that Rex making the movie isn't happening.
Oh
God, that rat's just gonna kill us.
No, it isn't.
It's so nearly. It was thirsty for blood. And not Chris's blood. Ours.
Brushington is not even as strong as McBrush. Oh, I have nothing that... I don't think I like Pokemon anymore. Leave me alone, you creepy bastard.
I'm here to show you around the town at lightning speed. Faster than a speeding Hoothoot.
No, this game is giving me PTSD. I'm not even joking.
Old man points you down. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
No! No more tutorials! Seriously, no more. Hey Tristan, how goes it? Welcome to the failure stream where I'm slowly losing my mind.
It's the hottest stream on the sun. The stream.
I'd like to get that far, frankly. They're not even joking. Like, okay, to give you some backstory, Tristan, we did started a Nuzlocke 3 weeks ago, and this stream we ended up getting a team wipe to our rival because we weren't prepared, frankly. So we started up a new run in which it's a Polytype run, we're calling it, where if we have a Pokemon that of a certain type, we are locked out of getting any other Pokemon for that type. So for example, with Cyndaquil, we can't get another fire type until Cyndaquil goes down. And if we get a Hoothoot, for example, all normal and flying types are out until that goes down. Unfortunately, the ROM glitched. And we ended up with a black screen, and it would not not let us continue.
I still think the canon there is that McBrush painted our world black.
Yeah. So as a result, this is now the second time I've done this pretty much in the space of what, half an hour?
Yeah.
And I am slowly losing the will to live.
Brush, don't do us dirty. Don't do us dirty. Don't destroy the world, please.
Yes, Brushington, behave yourself. Yeah, it is kind of cruel, but we kind of figured that we needed some kind of penalty for failing the first time round. But, yeah, like I say, this has been fraught with technical issues and just general bad luck. Yeah, that. If we have a dual type, both of those types are locked out until that Pokemon goes down.
So if we owned a Hoothoot, we could not catch a Rattata.
Or a Spearow.
A Spearow. Or a Skarmory.
Until it went down, until it goes down, and then those types are open up again.
Yeah, but kind of the flip of that is that since it just completely voids those types, you can also potentially tactically use it to like manipulate encounters. Like, and if it's like, oh, a Spearow appears here, I have a Hoothoot, so I don't care about Spearows. Suddenly you can eliminate possibilities and things like that as well.
Yeah.
It's
kind of a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, it's all about how you use it.
It's all about whether the game will allow me to fucking play it.
I mean, we may reach a point where it becomes tactically advantageous to kill off a Pokemon.
I mean, Christ, even Skyrim didn't give me this much trouble, and you saw the buggy mess that Skyrim was the first stream.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, people were literally walking on people were literally walking on their knees, and everything was jittery. So
spooky, laggy skeletons.
I mean, I managed to fix that luckily just by turning my X bone off, but still.
It was wonderful. Okay.
And then FF15 had a 3.5 hour battle. Like, every game I play on stream seems to just want to spite me somehow. Yeah, I'm playing a modded Skyrim roleplay on Xbone because I don't play on PC. Aside from...
Okay. So I think if we heal up now, we should be able to push on to Mr. Pokemon. So we can actually get a Nuzlocke like beginning. Level 7 Cyndaquil should be enough, I think.
Hopefully. I am not a PC user. I don't get on with PCs in general.
And honestly, Panda, I've been having a rough time recently as well.
Yeah.
You saw what I was dealing with in Dark Souls. You saw Maria kicking my ass for about an hour
Yeah.
in Bloodborne. And you saw Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
Just dangling it in front of my nose and then ripping it away. This not for a Nuzlocke. What? What do you mean not for a Nuzlocke?
Yeah, this is a Nuzlocke.
Yes, this is a Polytype Nuzlocke.
But yeah, I will... I need to figure out... I do need to figure out what game to play in case this goes tits up.
Oh, not for Nuzlocke. You should be level 10 before you come to town to me. Nah, it's fine. Everything's fine, Tristan.
Yeah, well, the Nuzlocke won't officially...
The capture clauses all come into effect once you acquire Pokeballs, which is... It's soon. But we have to do some faffing about first. With these Rattatas. I think one of my favourite recent like Pokemon memories was when Pokemon Go was headed to rave, and you had a lot of people who were clearly unfamiliar with Pokemon, like talking about Pokemon things.
Yeah.
And you had so much like names being said wrong. So like I remember.
Screw apricorns. Oh.
Come into my house. You have no choice.
Leave me alone with your damn tutorials. I've done this about 5 times now. Leave me alone. Let me play the damn game.
But I remember like being at the pub for a work do. And my manager just very excitingly all of a sudden being like, oh, it's a Pidgeonot.
A what?
A Pidgeonot.
Okay. If we catch a Pidgey, that's what it's going to be called.
And I know my partner, who I will not name because stream and all of that, had a customer in their store just in a very kind of worst kind of voice talking about a Rattata. Like, look, it's a Rattata.
Yeah, that must have been awesome. But that's the only that's one of the downsides to me not really going out all that much is I don't really experience the outside world.
The thing is,
but when I do go out though, the majority of the time people around here just don't talk about anything other than drinking, really. Yeah, I love Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but excuse me,
just run from this Rasta. Screw this Rasta. I've got a bad vibe from it. And I think we should potion brush.
I don't think we have any. Or will we give him some? But it's not. Doesn't Mr. Pokemon heal you anyway?
No, I don't think so. I mean, this is a Spinarak. This thing can burn in hell.
Yeah. Oh, did I? Look, I'm not very attentive to what I'm doing right now, even less so because I'm frankly kind of done with this area. Oh, come the fuck on. Game, why do you hate me? Why won't you let me in?
Okay. Yeah, so it's dead. If we take a few steps, we'll survive the poisoning.
Yeah.
And then we potion.
Oh, would it be worth going to the Pokemon Center and just coming straight back up? That might be worthwhile. Rather than waste a potion that could be used elsewhere. That's what I'm thinking anyway, because, you know...
Yeah, go for it.
And again, as Tristan said, you can't die from poison out, in the field.
Yeah, but you are making me anxious as hell going through all this grass.
Of course. Look, as we discovered last stream, I'm going to troll you at times. You should go up. Okay, goes left. I'm going to call everyone on my phone list just because.
It's very important that we phone our mother.
Yeah, and Elm. I think we phoned Elm as well.
Probably.
Didn't phone Professor Oak though, because screw him. You know, how the hell do you study Pokemon for most of your adult life and then not have anything in the Pokedex that you've been working on for most of your adult life? Not yet, Tristan, because the option hasn't come up. It's after you go to Professor Pokemon, but generally speaking, I do have a save.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea too. But once Brushington here gets off the ground and gets some meat on his bones.
And so there's an actual fire move, maybe.
That too. We'll be on the way to a stellar run. A run which will be sung about in the annals of history.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google Polytype Pokémon run, Nuzlocke, and see if this is something which has been done before.
Possibly. I'm not sure.
Google, what do you have? There's a list of Nuzlocke variants.
Yeah, but I like to work on the narrative that none of the professors in the Pokemon universe actually do their job. You know, I like to think that they just get everyone around them to do their job for them and they just sit back and get, you know, the kickbacks and live off them, because you never see them, or you rarely see them do anything. So that's kind of my headcanon for the whole thing. Certainly for streams, anyway. Because slightly humorous.
There's some interesting run concepts.
Go on. I know there's a wedlock. Wait, that's like... You have to pair up Pokemon with opposite genders, and... I forget how it works now.
Oh, this is a cool concept. Someone's got something called a cage lock. This is a 2-player variant of a normal. Every time the 2 players beat a gym leader, they have to battle each other with a Pokemon of their choice. The cage match. The player who wins the cage match can choose to either get a revive on the winning Pokemon, get to use TMs, or get to use items, and the Pokemon that loses it is considered dead. It's cool.
It's a cool concept, but if we did that, you'd just steamroll me every time.
I'm not saying I want to lift someone else's, but I very much enjoy coming up with my own.
Okay.
It's just cool to see what people come up with. Chain monologue. Oh yeah. So yeah, we're essentially a chess lock. What?
Yeah, I thought about doing a monotype run, but I don't know how to hack yet. Hacking different Pokemon to change change the status to whatever type it was that I was going to use. But I mean, that wouldn't be a Nuzlocke, that would just be like a challenge run then.
Yeah, I'm not seeing like a Polytype lock. There's all manner of things, but
Fair enough. Oak, I really don't care.
but you're in the world of Pokemon.
And I'm sure it's magical when you haven't just lost an entire team and then lost another one because of a game crash.
It's okay. That place where your soul used to be is now space to learn about Pokemon. That's what happened to me. Everyone but these three died, and I secluded myself in my laboratory.
Tristan, it depends on whether or not other people choose it, or if it's randomized, or if you choose it yourself. Because if I chose it myself, then I don't know. I don't know whether I'd go either Ghost or Dark type, just because they are my favorites. I like water types as well, but water would be too easy.
For like a Ghost run in this, it's pretty much one Pokemon, right?
I think there are other. Yeah, the Ghost run is out then.
There's Misdreavus, but it's in Mount Silver.
Yeah, Umbreon is probably one of my favorite Pokemon, hands down.
Yeah, plus like Houndoom was pretty badass.
Is in Kanto.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Why would they do that?
You tell me. I mean, like I say, the advantage of doing a monotype run is that it wouldn't be a Nuzlocke, so it wouldn't matter if you had gaps in your team until later on. But yeah, if the only Pokemon available that are Ghost type are the Ghastly line and the Misdreavus line,